Hey guys, just got home from school. This is baby Jeremy. It took a while to get out of the school because I got caught by a bunch of my friends in the band commons room. I walked in and talked to a couple of my friends, and it took half an hour to get back out because a bunch of them wanted to mess around with baby Jeremy. And then it took another 10 minutes to try to figure out how to get the car seat into fit into the van seat so that it didn't roll around when I was driving. So that was pretty fun. Hopefully tonight goes better than what I've seen for the other people. We'll see how it goes though. Well, me and Jeremy had our first trip into town tonight. It seemed go pretty good. We went into Fairway and he didn't cry one bit. Probably because he was still off. A lot of people gave me some weird looks, especially some of my friends. One of them picked him up and smacked him a little, but other than that, it seemed to be pretty good. He woke up finally, and I don't know why, but he didn't want. He started crying, and he didn't want the bottle. I changed his diaper, and I rocked him, and he kept crying. But then he just stopped crying. So I hope it was just that he wanted to get rocked a little, or that he had a dirty diaper. When the baby first started crying, I was a little startled because he wasn't crying other than before that, and it just surprised me because I was working on other stuff, and by the time I got over there, he stopped crying, even though it was like 10 seconds. So I think he just woke up and got a little fussy. I've legitimately been rocking it, and I tried to feed it for like 5 minutes already, and it won't shut up. Jeremy finally started drinking, which is good because otherwise I wasn't sure how to feed him. I didn't know if I was messing something up, that I wasn't pressing the bottle hard against his mouth, that it wasn't sensing, or that he just didn't want to drink back then. But now he's drinking, which is pretty good. I've been feeding Jeremy for over 5 minutes already, and he's still drinking. Must have been a little hungry, huh, bud? Been feeding Jeremy for over 5 minutes, and I'm surprised he's still drinking. Well, Jeremy's been drinking for over 10 minutes already, and I'm surprised he's still going. I hope he finishes up soon so I can get back to bed. I think the hardest part of having the baby for the night was actually being able to get to sleep, because as soon as I got to sleep, it started crying, and then it didn't want to stop crying for like 10 to 15 minutes, so I was wide awake again by then. The way the baby interfered with my nightly routine, I usually go to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, but by then, the baby was crying a bunch and I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up, and like I just said, it kept waking me up when I actually finally got to sleep. The baby definitely cried a lot during like around midnight, which was really annoying because it wasn't crying for like 2 hours before that, so I thought it was finally actually sleeping, but then it cried for a while, and then it wouldn't stop crying, and then it cried like 5 minutes later after I changed its diaper and fed it. My overall experience on taking the baby home, it was pretty fun in the beginning when it was shut off because it wasn't crying, but once it hit like 8 o'clock and the baby started crying, it wasn't very fun anymore because it just wouldn't shut up, and it kept crying like every other half hour to an hour. Feelings that got brought up to the surface as I cared for the baby were exhaustion and annoyance because it kept crying when I was about to get to sleep, and then it took forever to actually feed. So it was pretty annoying, and I was really thankful when it finally stopped crying at 5. On a scale from 1 to 10 for taking care of the baby, I would definitely think it would be a 8 when it was off because it was pretty fun messing around with it. But once when it turned on and started crying and fussing, it would probably be like a 2 because it was really annoying.